Hello, everyone. Today, I'm finally sitting down to tell you all the story of how I walked away from corporate America, JPMorgan, at 22 years old. Sounds crazy, right? But trust me, there's a lot to the story. For years, I grinded to land what many would call a dream job. I was part of an elite group of analysts working in the heart of finance world. But after months of nonstop pressure, brutal exam prep, and a crushing realization, I had to make a choice. I could either keep chasing a life that wasn't really mine, or finally bet on myself. At 22 years old, I resigned from JPMorgan. I was a part of an elite group of 400 analysts, but the truth, I was grinding for something that wasn't truly mine. On paper, I had it all: a top finance analyst spot in an asset management firm, a dream for many, but inside, I was losing myself. My days were brutal. 6 a.m. wake up, commute to work, get there by 8, work till 6 p.m., home by 7:15, eat, shower, and then study. I physically could not stay up any longer. I tried to go to bed by like 10:30 or 11 to make sure I had enough time to get back up and get back up for the next day. But I knew what was at stake. I grinded day and night for these exams, knowing that this was key to keeping the position. I would work very hard on weekends, even hiring tutor, just to be able to make this process a lot smoother for myself. So the corporate reality. I really liked my analyst class. I really liked building connections and becoming a professional for the first time. But what was very difficult for me from the transition from when I graduated in May of 2024 to when I had fully started in July was playing the corporate game for the first time. I realized that there was a lot of layers to a lot of the decision making at the firm. The deeper I got, the more I felt like I wasn't living my dream, but I was living somebody else's. Throughout this time, being a member of the analyst class, you are required to pass these finance exams, also known as FINRA exams, and I didn't end up passing all of them. I only passed 2 out of the 3. I failed my last one in November, and after failing my last exam in November, I realized that I had 60 days to find a job, whether inside the firm or outside the firm. I had a ton of interviews, but no offers, absolutely nothing. Some people would not even reach back out after interviewing me um, to let me know that they had moved on with another candidate, just blatantly not even giving me the time of day. And by January 12th, I had no choice but to send in my resignation letter. It was a really tough moment for me. I had to type it up and send it to my team and also the class and let everybody know that I was officially moving on. But it was something I had to do. And the first 2 months of kind of being unemployed have just been a roller coaster of what I would call um, life-changing thoughts and emotions. At first, I kept scrambling in January to find opportunities, whether it would be within finance or without, just to pick up a job. But I knew around the end of February when I hadn't, or no, the beginning of February when I hadn't heard of anything, that February 7th was my birthday. I wanted to celebrate with my friends to finally make peace and start developing these relationships again with what had happened. I celebrated my birthday, and I used that as a turning point to start reflecting on the gray within the corporate world, what it took from me, and it was time to bring the color back. As now a 23-year-old, I've rediscovered what had made me happy: my passions, my relationships, and especially my creativity. So I took that time to just focus on myself. I started reconnecting with old friends, reconnecting with my family again, reconnecting with my girlfriend some more, and me and her started going to the gym a lot, just to get back into like a more of a routine because I wasn't working and I needed something to like fill the time, but yet still be productive. Because in my life, I felt like I need something to kind of lean on in that time. So we went to the gym, built kind of like a routine around that. I started playing a lot more video games again because that was always my passion. Playing video games, doing streaming, making YouTube videos, stuff like that. I fell back in love with what I always kind of wanted to do, and from that point forward, I was putting so much time into my passions again. And I think that's what I lost so much as an undergrad, is like I fell into this new world of kind of growing up so quickly, and I fell out of a lot of the old habits that I was a part of, especially coming out of COVID and stuff like that. I just lost like the love for the love for like those hobbies at the time, and then once I reevaluated like post grad that I was in this role and then lost it, I knew that I needed to do something that would make me feel fulfilled. So quickly I started, you know, playing Call of Duty again, going to tournaments, um, just trying to stream and make myself happy by doing something I love. And competing in tournaments has always been something that I've always been passionate about. And unfortunately, for this season, for this game, it didn't turn out the way that I wanted it to. But I'm still trying to look at my next opportunities, my next roles. Big mistake of mine up until this point is not giving my passions enough energy and enough light. This is my time that I'm now going to be taking to develop not only my content creation, develop my videography, my photography, my creative side. This is the time where I'm going to be betting on myself and trying to do a lot more risky things. You know, as a 23-year-old now, I'm taking that chance to finally bet on myself and become a creative. To kind of wrap this up, I would like to just say, if you're stuck chasing something that isn't really yours, take a step back and really ask yourself if that's something that you want. And I took a step back, and now I can say that it was one of the best, you know, decisions that has ever played out for me. I would also double down on these passions and opportunities that are being presented to you now. If there's something you're really passionate about, pursue it, even if it doesn't generate the ultimate income for you to sustain your life for a long time. It would make you happy in the moment, and you might open doors and other opportunities that you never know might exist. For example, sponsorships or opportunities to speak at bigger events and whatnot. There's different ways to go about your passions and your hobbies, especially in today's day and age in 2025. Thank you all for taking the chance to not only watch this video, but take a chance on me. There's gonna be a ton more videos coming out. I'm gonna be developing a podcast and a new channel as well. So stay tuned for that. I'm also gonna be making a lot of behind the scenes of like what it's like in my day-to-day life. So less structured videos, small short form content on my TikTok and my IG Reels. So stay tuned for all that. Thank you all so much.